I seen him down there in Hollywood before he passed, and yeah, there's just a whole bunch of cool old stuff in here.
It's all signed and everything.
Yeah, David DePatie was one of my dad's co-worker dudes.
Who's
Frizz.
Yeah.
Frizz is right over here. This is Frizz. He was
okay, I've seen that guy before.
and you know Chuck Jones and my grandpa.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they made trophies, you know.
I didn't know Bugs Bunny got Oscars.
Oh yeah, yeah. Animation. There's the Academy Award tickets and stuff, and that's Dave DePatie up in the corner. Dad did all the Muppet Babies up here. That was like his camera unit, and they got Emmys for that, for the Muppets. And
Oh yeah, I remember.
Jim Henson, Kermit Frog.
Okay.
He did all the Pink Panthers and Spiderman. There's Stan Lee sign. Said that my dad was such a better photographer than Peter Parker. So his thing was Excelsior.
Huh.
To my dad. Some stuff from way back, police stuff from the police show back in the 40s. This is like really old.
That's awesome.
1944.
Oh, that was almost the end of the war.
Yeah, 46.
Another year.
And these were like all the little piggy banks and shit. They had barrels and buckets and tree trunks and
that's
a couple
awesome.
of really cool stuff. Like even the little Academy shorts. This is like
1938.
yeah, this one's 38. That one's 39.
Was that like black and white?
Yeah, yeah. And then there's
Oh, there's him getting it in that picture, huh?
yeah, this is Rock Hudson and Jennifer Jones.
Does the name sound familiar?
Yeah, old time. And DePatie, he did all of the Pink Panther stuff. And this is some old. It took a little while to accumulate some of this stuff, but
So when did he start doing all this stuff?
oh well, you know, most of these photos and stuff are from my dad's collection when my dad passed, John Jr. And that's my dad, John Jr. and my grandpa, and they were doing some work on the camera. But yeah, my gramps and my dad, you know, if they only knew what some of the stuff that they threw away would be worth now.
Right.
I mean, they threw away stuff.
Like this room, I'm sure is worth a lot of money.
Well,
Like if you went to sell a lot of these things, they got signatures or whatever. I don't know what statues go for, but I know signed stuff that's, you know, vintage is definitely.
yeah, especially Disney stuff too.
Oh yeah.
And my
And
gramps.
Warner Brothers. I mean, I give people nicknames off these characters.
Yeah, yeah. See, like this was Bugs Bunny back in what's this, 1938. That's what he looked like before, and then he kind of transitioned into Bugs. And these old cells, they used to. There's a couple of guys still alive, but he was saying we used to take stacks of these hand-painted cells, and they would throw them out on the floor in Warner Brothers Studios down in Burbank, and they would run and surf the cells across the wooden floors, and they would smear that paint from the cells into the wood. And little did they know they were smearing. Each one of those cells is worth like $1,500, and they were throwing down.
Then or now?
Now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you frame a cell, that's, you know, like this. This is a cell. Kind of gets wrinkled up over time, but when the cell, they're hand painted. They're all hand done.
That's
and
a lot
they
of
do
hand.
like 30 of them per second to make a Second.
Oh yeah, you
film.
can kind of see it sometimes.
Yeah, they move the background, they move the characters, and then they throw those cells to the side. And sheesh, you know, when my dad was working with Stan way back in the day, he could have got stacks of those comic books. They were worth like
Oh yeah,
$1 million each if they're in mint condition.
a lot of people just threw that type of stuff away though, and that's why it's worth so much because it's hard to find because it all got.
Boy, if my dad only knew, he would have saved me a stack of those Spiderman number.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was back before people like that made a lot of money doing it, huh?
Oh, I have some of the old original ledgers from when my gramps was the boss, and it showed everybody what they were earning weekly in pencil. And the old ledgers. I have some old films that I had transferred to DVD, and pretty soon I think I'm gonna, maybe call like.
Who's that guy? He looks really familiar.
That?
Yeah.
That's Chuck Jones. He's like the best animator, artist. He did most of the greatest artwork for Bugs Bunny back in the day. He was a #1 artiste.
Hey, your grandpa almost looks like he could be Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, well, you know what they did make Tweety Bird over here from his impression.
Oh, okay, that's
Because of this their like egghead design.
that's awesome.
He had the jowls. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff in there. Yeah, I got trunks in the garage that are full of stuff and just running out of space to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you'd always put some on eBay or something.
That's what I was thinking one day, in the future.
I mean, like